The 31st Psalm. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. Bow down thine ear to me. Deliver me speedily. Be thou my strong rock, for an house of defense to save me. For thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me, for thou art my strength. Into thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord God of truth. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in the Lord. I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities, and hast not shut me up into the hand of the enemy. Thou hast set my feet in a large room. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble. Mine eye is consumed with grief, yea, my soul and my belly. For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. My strength faileth because of mine iniquity, and my bones are consumed. I was a reproach among all my enemies, but especially among my neighbors, and a fear to mine acquaintance. They that did see me without fled from me. I am forgotten as a dead man out of mind. I am like a broken vessel. For I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side. While they took counsel together against me, they devised to take away my life. But I trusted in thee, O Lord. I said, thou art my God. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant. Save me for thy mercy's sake. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord, for I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed. Let them be silent in the grave. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man. Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. Blessed be the Lord, for he hath showed me his marvelous kindness in a strong city. For I said in my haste, I'm cut off before thine eyes. Nevertheless, thou heardest the voice of my supplications when I cried unto thee. O love the Lord, all ye his saints. For the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. That is a beautiful song. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. David knows no other refuge. He knows no other place. His trust, his faith, his belief can be nowhere else. He can't be in himself because he knows what he is. He's a man. It can't be in the armies that surrounded him. They could be defeated by a larger foe. It couldn't be in the weapons that he had in his hand, because the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. But his trust must be in his God, in the Lord, in Jehovah. Let me never be ashamed. We can be ashamed of a lot of things, but trusting in the Lord should never make one ashamed. And because he says, I put my trust in thee, he has a petition and a prayer here. Deliver me. Today we'd say, save me. And he's very specific. Save me in thy righteousness. Not in his own righteousness. Not the world would like him to say, save me in my righteousness. I've been righteous, Lord, so save me. But David knows the frailty of his own heart. He knows the sinfulness of his own nature. He knows how corrupt he is on the inside. Oh, he needed to be reminded of it a couple of times. He sent Uriah, one of his favorite men, into the heat of the battle so he'd be killed, so that David could have Uriah's wife. Yes, he needed to be reminded of it. But here he's plain, deliver me in thy righteousness. Only the righteousness of God can save us. Nothing we can do. And that's something that mankind doesn't like as a rule and in general. Because we as a people, as humans, we as humanity, men and women of nature, children of Adam, if you will, want to do something. And we think we deserve something good when we have done something we call good. And we have to be reminded what the prophet Isaiah said about doing good. All our righteousnesses. Not all of our righteousnesses before the Lord saved us. Not all of the righteousnesses we want to trust in. But all our righteousnesses, period, plural, there it is. You're doing something you think's good? You're doing something you think's righteous? That's a filthy rag before God. It's not something to be rewarded for. It's something to be punished for.
Well, I don't know how the hell I made a decision for it.
I know how. I can tell you.
Because I lived a rough life.
There's a time to be born.
Time to die.
There's a time to die. And when that time comes, we will all bow our heads to the grave. But until that day, we can be like old Stonewall Jackson, who, when a woman said, "Oh, General Jackson, how can you stand there in the heat of the battle sitting on that horse? Bullets flying all around you and be so brave. I don't understand that." He said, "Madam, until now the bullet has not been made that can kill me. But when the one is, I cannot avoid it no matter how hard I would try." King Ahab tried back in the Old Testament. He told the king of Judah, he said, "Now we're going to go down here in battle together, and I want you to dress in your kingly robes and make sure you look all regal like a king should." And he himself put on the armor of a common foot soldier. And so the enemy was told, you get this squad here, you get Ahab. I don't care what you have to do, you get Ahab. So they see this guy over there in the kingly robes and the crown, watching that battle from his royal chariot, and they go to get him. And they get up close and they say, whoa, that's not Ahab. What should we do? So they turned around and went back looking for Ahab. And the scripture tells us plainly that the archer drew a bow at a venture, just held it up and let it fling into it. And it hit Ahab between the joints of the armor and killed him. He couldn't hide from it, and neither can I, and neither can you. We all must come to the point where the Lord says it's over. And the only thing that would stop that would be the return of Christ before there.
When the time comes, that's the end of the movie.
He says, into thy hand I commit my spirit. Nowhere else. Not to the tabernacle, not to the priest, not to the offering that was getting ready to be made on the altar. None of that stuff. Into thy hand I commit my spirit. Why? For thou hast redeemed me, O Jehovah God of truth. David couldn't redeem himself. You know, it's funny though. People in the world, they seem to know what redeem means when you just talking to them about it, till you get to the redemption that's in Christ Jesus. They know if I go and pawn my watch, I got 30 days to redeem it. I can't redeem somebody else's. I can only redeem my stuff that I pawn. And it's the same way with God. He redeems his people. Go ahead.
How old are you, sir?
Same as you.
72.
64. 64. I thought you said you were 64. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm born in October.
November.
October 25th.
Same age.
I don't know how the hell I've been here so long.
This is why. All verse 15 of this 31st Psalm. My times are in thy hand. All of the times of David and all of the times of you and all of the times of me are marked out by Almighty God for his purpose. Doesn't matter who it is. They're here by his desire. They remain by his will. And he upholds all things, including people, by the word of his power, for the purpose he intends for them to have in this earth. All my
I'm
times.
not talking of Francis Day. Supposedly Francis Day. They're all dead. They OD'd or did stupid shit. Car accidents, whatever the hell. I used to drive a motorcycle for years. I never joined a club. I drove. Okay, I come close a couple times of having to take a rest. And I'm like, how the hell am I still alive?
The Lord preserves us for a reason. Whether we know that reason at the time or not, we may not. Suffice it to say, we may have it revealed to us in this life. Why? Or maybe not. Just depends.
That little girl that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Not a little girl, a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Death is never easy. My father died in June. He was 97. She died at a whole lot younger age. But to think, to be without them, it's hard.
My brother used to go to school with the girls. I knew it was 40, 45 student my life.
Yep. Death is never easy. Death is a separation.
But the thing that was so screwed up, she went in the hospital for she had a bum knee. She banged her knee up and she was hurting. A week later, she's dead. I don't understand that.
Yeah. We can't understand the mysteries of providence unless they're revealed to us.
Usually you expect somebody to pass away when they're in a hospital or die or something like that. Shit doesn't work like that.
Yeah, that's the way it is sometimes.
That's the same thing with Chet. Chet,
Mm-hmm.
he was going him home.
Yep, he was.
We love that guy.
Yes.
We still talk about it.
So do I sometimes. Yes, it was hard to watch him
Big man like that.
in the
just don't
hospital.
go back like that.
In the hospital. The first time I saw him,
I think he was only in the hospital for a month, wasn't he?
no, he was in there off and on several months. Because I saw him in November. And I saw him, I think 2 weeks before he died. Pardon me?
What did he die in January?
That's what I think, yes.
Yeah, I think.
That's what I remember.
He helped let my brother, Eddie, and Nancy were just next.
Mm-hmm.
We slept out in the woods. I think he probably already knows.
Oh, yeah. He told me. In his hospital bed.
We slept out in the woods. We slept in the barn. Slept on the porch. We didn't ask for nothing. Just a roof over there. And he gave my brother a key for that house. And I'm like, that is shit.
Yep.
But he watched us for a year and a half, 2 years, to see what kind of people we were. We didn't want nothing. We didn't ask for nothing.
Yes, he was a fine man, and he was a good brother to me, and he served this church well.
And he helped my brother out. And Nancy. Oh, God.
We never know what's going to happen to us in this life. Who's going to be taken and who's going to be left.
I had a funny feeling. Nancy passed away. I think my brother's going to be next. And I I'm gonna be the last man standing.
Well,
My sister, working for he's in his fifties. He smokes and drinks. I don't smoke, but I like my beer. And, I got like 20 years in jail. So I lived clean. And I wasn't drinking or smoking or anything like that that night.
right.
So I think I'm gonna be the last man standing. And I'm not used to it, I don't want it.
Well, just remember the last verse of this 31st Psalm. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. If our hope's in the Lord, we can be of good courage and know that he'll give you the strength that you need as your day will be. He will strengthen your heart. Because you can't do it on your own.
We try our best to keep up with property.
You do a good job.
Now,
Well,
the lawnmowers are broke down.
I understand. That's why we're getting them fixed.
Excuse me?
That's why he's got the parts to fix them now. Just have to get her done.
Well, Steve's working on one.
That's what I mean. I told him, I said, you get the parts, I'll pay for them. He said, I'll put it on for nothing, and that's fine.
And new dirt is fucking me. Taking all my freaking money. You think they'd give me half of it?
Yep, you would, wouldn't you?
You want to take it all?
Of course.
Oh, shit. I gotta go do this.
All right. Lord willing,